Hey guys, this is Intuitive Anthony doing another YouTube video. Um, all minor irritations and stuff aside, I kind of been downloading a lot of videos and stuff from YouTube and other movies and stuff, and uh just kind of learning everything I can about different stuff. You know my thing. I've discussed it before. Well, I came across this issue where Monique, the comedian, once again was trying to talk to other press and talk show hosts in Hollywood about her getting offered $500,000 from Netflix to do a comedy special when Amy Schumer was offered 11 mil. Let's be real here. Um, Monique, I don't know. Well, maybe back in the day she was better. Well, Amy Schumer's kind of hot right now, you know what I mean? And she's actually doing a lot of new things, and Monique is still grinding over the same heels that she was before. And then this Netflix dispute is kind of just taking on a life of its own. Well, she went on Steve Harvey. Now, personally, I've had a problem with Steve Harvey for quite some time. Okay, I'm going to try not to cuss, but it may slip in, so be warned. Parental advisory. Um, Steve Harvey went to Donald Trump to the White House, which looked like a real coon move, like a real house nigga type thing, like some real kiss ass, some of that shit. And honestly, the generation that came before mine, like right now, I just turned 40 last year. The black generation before mine, which was the March, let's hold hands, kumbaya, peace is love, love is peace, we all friends, can we get along? That type of shit don't really work now. Because exactly how long are you gonna kiss the same people ass who stepped in your face? Like, come on, like, I'm not with that. And with him going to the White House to see Trump, that was more the same shit. The regular public may see it as one thing. Other minority, other racial groups, period, may see it as another thing. But to black people, we're very aware of the different types of black people that are out there, especially when you're in the world and you're trying to make money for yourself and your family, and you're trying to come up out of a system that has put you in a certain place. You're willing to do a lot to get there. And I will explain this more in a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. As I was saying before, Steve Harvey and the generation that came before me, being in my 40s, was that kumbaya, let's get along, let's march in the streets and hold hands, can't we all be together and walk, side by side and stuff. That generation of sucking up to get what you want, as far as living in the business world and having to support your family, may have been necessary 50, 60, 70 years ago. But to this generation, or to the people that are slowly coming up, or more my generation, not so much the millennials, but my generation, we have seen that and heard that before. And along with the millennials coming in, there's a group of people that are changing along with, like, the 40-year-olds. Along with the millennials, their hearts and minds are being changed as well, especially with the awakenings and stuff, and people actually starting to demand more from the world around them. That when Steve Harvey went to Trump to the White House, everybody, a greater portion of the black community got a bad taste in their mouth. So we kind of knew that this was coming. And I noticed that he had a whole host of shows on TV. He had different shows, game shows, and stuff like that. Well, Jamie Foxx went in on one of them, and I started seeing that they were pulling back from Steve Harvey because everybody wants to be that next Bill Cosby. They ain't learned nothing yet. Anyway, so we already had a bad taste in our mouth from the whole Trump situation, the Trump thing. So Monique goes on his show, and he starts saying he's going to basically set aside his integrity to provide for his family. So no longer is this about helping your people and the cause. It's about helping yourself. It's about helping yourself. And if memory serves me correctly, there was some animosity between Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac, God rest the dead. And the black community loved Bernie Mac. Steve Harvey's he's a little watered down. He's very watered down. And we've seen this happen many, many times. Because when a black artist cross over, their appearance, their sound, everything about them tends to go down. It changes. Like when Medea's movies first came out, tell me if I'm correct. when the kids were disrespectful, she would cut their ass or something. You know, it was some black style of discipline that happened. The more egregious the sin, the more egregious the punishment. But since Hollywood got their hands on it and Tyler Perry started making Hollywood money, the movies have gotten cornier and cornier and cornier and cornier, like Scary Movie. First two was raw, raunchy, and funny. Then it started getting cornier and cornier and cornier. Real cheesy cornball jokes. So once they start that crossover, it becomes disgusting, almost to look at. So basically, where I'm at right now is the conversation between Steve Harvey and Monique was, I am going to forsake my integrity for the almighty dollar. So albeit to damn about your kids learning to respect your community and empower your community, because the generation that came before us is, okay, I'm famous and I'm a celebrity now and I got all this money. So all of a sudden the blackness goes away and Julia, it changes. And so somebody's, so this situation with Monique is like, I'm going to teach my kids to go out there and get that money and damn your own people, go out there and get that money so that you can live selfishly, give to what you want to give to, and make the world no better for your kids the same way I'm doing it for you. Because if there was truly a pushback back then, his kids would not have to, Monique wouldn't be having this problem right now. If his generation would have pushed back a little more and demanded more of themselves, which put me in the mind of the Jennifer Lopez with the Motown special. That bitch ain't got no place up there. She got no business being up there. Sorry, she don't. She ain't got no business being up there. For one, she ain't no singer like that. You know good producing when you know good producing. And this is just another one of those things. But I think that the difference is that before that kumbaya, Martin Luther King, let's hold hands and get along thing is not working. So the generation, which will be us, that came right after that, is like, look, we can't stomach this no more. Like, we can't stomach this no more. Exactly how many times are you going to get spit in the face before you start to stand up for something? And I heard other YouTubers talking about if, this was Elvis or Marilyn Monroe or one of those, white classic art, artists or people, they wouldn't let you desecrate their image and stuff like that because, they wouldn't have it. Which is why I'm wondering if, why the black community has not done that with any of their artists. And I think that some of them in the heart of hearts, they feel that, okay, you turned your back on us a long time ago when that money started folding up in front of you. And there have been little markers that let black people know they do this thing, they say this, and it all clicks in and it registers in the bank in our minds. Okay, they're changing over. They've forgotten. They don't remember this. They don't remember that. And our generation can't stomach it any freaking more. Black Hebrews and black African American people in the country or all over the world, really. I want to know how you feel about this from a black standpoint. I would love to hear everybody's comments, don't get me wrong, but this one right here speaks to the core of what black people go through in America, and I'm pretty sure it goes like that as far as separation and, being considered a separate group of people because of the color of your skin. And this hits to the core of me. So I want to know what it hits to the core of how you guys feel about it. Remember to hit the comment section below, guys. Hit like and subscribe, guys, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.